this exercise. And I want to hit you guys with this first, okay? You got to make one bet. You got to take your life savings. You got to put it on one line, whether it's a total, whether it's a side, whether it's whatever it is, Brad. What is your one favorite bet in the first round? And I will allow you to pick something in the first four for this pick.
All right, I'm going to take the under in Maryland and Grand Canyon, believe it or not. I saw that total open at a sky-high 149.5, and I was like, what in the bloody hell are the odds makers doing? Grand Canyon's calling card is an excellent defense. They do play at a kind of a brisk pace, but I understand that Maryland is also top 100 adjusted tempo, but they also are a fabulous defensive team. So I think it's going to be a chore to score in that game from beginning to end. So 149.5, despite what could be a fairly brisk pace, way too high of a total. So yes, I will throw kidney. I will throw other vital organs on the table along with a whole pile of cash. And hopefully we're not going to send myself 6 feet under as a result of that under not cashing.
All right, Ryan, you don't have to bet a kidney. All right. We'll keep this strictly to monetary wagers here. But what's your favorite play in the first round?
Yeah, I'll keep the kidney, but I'm going to go to the first four, actually, and I'm going to go Xavier. So right now, actually, they took a little bit of money. They opened, I believe, as pretty much a pick, a 1.5 point favorite. That's out right now to 2.5 at BetMGM, minus 110. I'm a coward. I'll go with the money line here, minus 134. Rob, I'm a huge Sean Miller fan. Now, if Trey Johnson goes out there and hits a bunch of crazy shots, goes off for 30, I'm probably screwed here on the bet. But I worry a little bit about Texas in a spot like this, man. They could go cold on the offensive end, and if they do that against Xavier, I think they're going to be doomed here. We just saw Ryan Conwell go off for 38 on Marquette. I like their guard play, and if they're not hitting shots, they have the luxury of dumping it off to Zach Fremantle, who it seems like he's been there for like a decade, man. So I really like Xavier actually on the money line, minus 134 against Texas.
So I'm going to go with something a little bit off the board here, and I feel like most of America is going to be on the other side of this bet. I like Clemson laying 7.5 against McNeese State. McNeese State is going to be one of those. They're going to be one of the trendy underdog picks here, right? Everyone's going to have them. It's a 12-5 matchup. It's McNeese State. It's Will Wade. We've been talking about him all season long, but this McNeese State team is built to kind of overpower you, right? They're built to force turnovers. They're built to get on the glass. They're built to muck it up defensively. And I just don't think that you can do that to this Clemson team. I think, matter of fact, I think this was about as bad of a draw as McNeese could have gotten because Clemson is old. They are physical. They're not going to give up offensive rebounds. Chase Hunter is 24. He's quite literally the father to a 1-year-old. Like, you think a father to a 1-year-old is going to be intimidated by any kind of defensive pressure that you get? No, it's not going to happen. I like Clemson. I think they win that game by 12 or 15. Remember, last year with McNeese, everybody loved him against Gonzaga, and then Gonzaga went out and 30-pieced him. Yep. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think Clemson wins this relatively easily. Ryan, your favorite future, and right now it looks like BetMGM only has title futures up, but what's your favorite future right now? What do you like the most?
I hate to come on here and just go chalk, but I saw Duke minus 115 to reach the Final Four. I legitimately think, Brad, I think that they could reach the Sweet 16 even if Cooper Flagg wasn't going to play opening weekend. And obviously, I think he's going to be out there, right? I just really like this Blue Devils team, man. The way that they could guard, I do think that Cooper Flagg's the best player in the country. And even without him, I mean, they have shot creators. I really like what John Shire has done. So I like Duke. And then I was waiting on some Sweet 16, maybe some Final Four prices on Maryland. The only thing that concerns me about the Terps is the depth, but obviously, probably the best starting five in the country, definitely up there. So I like Maryland, kind of like their path, but I went all chalk on the future market. I like Duke, and I played them minus 115 to reach the Final Four. I know that's probably not a popular or really juicy pick, but I really do like this Duke team.
I honestly don't hate it. I think that they have the easiest draw when it comes to getting to the Final Four. Brad, give me a future play you like.
Yeah, smoke him if you got him. It's only appropriate because the number is plus 420 that I saw. Michigan State, the Sparty party is going to rage, guys. Let's do some bong rips because they're going to San Antonio. They're going to get the tour there of the Riverwalk and the Alamo. Look, man, I shunned this team like in early February. I said the correction is on the horizon. It happened, but it was brief. And they were able to right the ship there very quickly. They're all of a sudden hitting threes. What the hell is going on in East Lansing? Michigan State is hitting threes. Why? Because Jace Richardson has been really a difference maker for this team. They're shooting over 36% from distance. Yes, Michigan State I'm talking about in the last 30 days. And, for the most part this season, they were shooting well south of 30%. I love their draw. Auburn is showing some cracks in the dam, a lot of weaknesses defensively, offensively as well. And you might say, well, they still got Janiah Broome. He's a walk-and-talk double-doubles machine. He's got 18 of those on the season. I understand, but Michigan State's a team that can absolutely pack the paint, bludgeon you on the glass. And again, if they're knocking down threes with some consistency, all I'm asking is like 34%. Lord knows if they're in 36%, I'll see you in San Antonio. And the first Shinerbach is on me.
Okay, we got Shinerbach references. We're talking about taking bong rips, and Brad has already decided he's going to wager his kidney. Maybe we made the wrong decision on who we're bringing onto the show and to this broadcast for the I'll say this. I think when you look at how good these teams are, Houston at twice the value of what Duke is right now as a national title future, I think is something that, I think Houston is just as good as any of those top 4 teams in the country. And right now at BetMGM, Duke is plus 300, Florida's plus 350, Auburn's plus 400, and Houston is plus 600. Give me the Cougars on the 6-1 odds to win the national championship. And I haven't seen a line come out for this yet up on BetMGM, but I love BYU's path to the Sweet 16. And I love I think the Cougars can pick off Alabama as well. I think that they have very real Elite Eight upside. I don't know if you guys have thought about this yet. I've mentioned it 2 times before already. Wisconsin played today, right? They had to fly back to Madison. Then they're flying to Denver. They're playing the 3rd game of the tournament. They're playing at 11:40 a.m. local time in Denver against Montana and then against BYU, who are both accustomed to playing at altitude after playing 4 games in 4 days in the Big Ten tournament. I think that Wisconsin is probably at this point my favorite fade when it comes to the first round of the